Hi again, everybody. Hello, how are you keeping? Wherever you are in the world, you're very, very welcome. Eddie O'Neill here from Intentional Drumming. Listen, this is a video, a talking video this time. No drumming here this time, about rhythm in general and why do we like rhythm so much? You know, what's this whole thing about rhythm that I've been talking about and I've been drumming about and so on? Drumming for health and wellness. And look, there are skeptics out there, people who don't fully know or understand what I'm talking about, or what the whole thing about rhythm is. And maybe in this little short video I can explain some of the stuff. What I always say is, like, our bodies, our complete holistic selves, absolutely love rhythm. Our physiology, our neurology loves rhythm. And we love making contact with rhythm. And there are many, many ways, of course, of doing that. And I think maybe you might just talk about that in many different ways in another video. But there are many, many ways. My way of doing it, and I'm convinced it's the best way, is through drumming, as you all know. But why do we enjoy it? You know, why do we enjoy the drumming and this rhythm connection? You know? Well, I mean, it's not just because it's fun, which of course it is. It's because rhythm is actually part of us. We're born into a rhythmical world. And even before actually born into the world, even when we're in our mother's womb, we're surrounded by this wonderful heartbeat, this soothing heartbeat. It's a rhythm, our mother's heartbeat. And that sinks into our very essence, and we take that out into the world with us. And then we connect with a world that's like absolutely full of rhythms, a world that is dependent on rhythm. You know, I know it's not a subject that people think about very often, every day or whatever, but yes, rhythm is a very, very important part of our lives. You know, like, just think about our biologically, we are rhythmical machines. Our heartbeat, our breathing, our walking, our talking, our digestive system, everything about us, our insides, all our workings inside, all work together rhythmically and in sync. All the little bits and pieces in there, they're all synchronized. Everything works rhythmically. And if something, you know, is not working correctly, if we're you know, if we malfunction in some way, or we feel ill or whatever, something's out of rhythm. That's something to remember. Everything is rhythmically dependent. Now, like, also, like, just think about the world we live in. You know, like, we've just the rhythms of night and day. You know, the waves and on the ocean, the whole world is full of rhythms that we don't notice. Like, these things are surrounding us every day, and we just don't notice it. The hibernation of animals, and the breeding habits of animals, the migration of birds, you know, the 4 seasons, for God's sake, you know, and the growth of trees and flowers and grass and everything about us. we sow crops, we have to wait for them to rhythmically appear. Everything is rhythm, guys. Our brains love rhythm. Our brains absolutely love rhythm. And, well, look, our brains work on frequencies. And that's what frequencies are. Frequencies are different rhythms. And they control our brains. And when we hear external rhythms, we feel that we want to connect with them, particularly in music, but there are other examples as well. But particularly in music, when we hear external beats and rhythms, we're drawn towards them like magnets. We want to connect. Our brain naturally wants to connect. That's a process called entrainment, which we will discuss in another video. And our nervous system, rhythm helps our nervous system. It helps lower stress, and it slows our heartbeat, and it can slow our breathing. And the funny thing about drumming rhythm is that some rhythms that we drum can take us down, make us relax, calm us. If we're, say, very hyper or anxious or something, and we need to come down and calm down, we can do that with rhythm. And of course, on the opposite side of that coin is that when we need to be uplifted, the very, very same thing happens. We can play, more upbeat rhythms on our drum, and we can actually energize and empower ourselves. Incredible what rhythm can do, really. All these things like drumming with a group of people, of course. That's the social aspects of drumming is wonderful. Connection, support, all those things that humans need. Drumming together, creating a universal groove, energy, rhythm, gives it this wonderful feeling of connectedness, togetherness, as I say, support and trust. And we can appreciate things like inclusion, diversity, and so on. All these things, all through rhythm. Our days are full of rhythms, as you know yourself. We all have our daily rhythms, our weekly rhythms and monthly rhythms, and so on. So, look, there is, of course, the other element too, the spiritual element. Because don't forget, like, for centuries and centuries, indigenous peoples all over the world have used drumming and rhythm, like shamans and monks and different tribes and so on. They've used it to bridge between the physical and spiritual elements of life. They've used rhythm through drumming for praying, expressing themselves in a spiritual way and connecting with the unknown. But that's been done for thousands and thousands of years, using this power of rhythm, sending messages and prayers riding on the back of the rhythms out into the spiritual world. So look, guys, that's the essence of what I do, of my work. And it's wonderful for particularly for people who maybe need some kind of healing. Rhythm is a wonderful medicine. A wonderful medicine. And not just, not just kind of, I'm talking all kinds of healing here: physical, psychological and mental healing, emotional, social and spiritual. All kinds of healing you will find from drumming and rhythm. So if you're, if you may be, struggling with something like that, why not give it a go? And the good news is, as I always say in most of my videos, you don't really even need a drum. You don't even need a drum. You can drum on anything, on your lap, on a table, or whatever. What you're doing is you're connecting with rhythm. And once you start to play a rhythm and continue it for a short period, a couple of minutes, your whole body starts to entrain and synchronize with that rhythm. Your brain and your whole physiology. It's a wonderful way to heal anything. If you're in need of some kind of healing, and most of us are, why not try sometime? I'd be more than happy to help you out. Subscribe below to my YouTube channel. Find video. I've got lots of videos there. Find some that resonate with you on different aspects of wellness and personal development and so on, and also just on basic drumming and how to play simple rhythms and get into, if you're a beginner, to get into drumming simple rhythms. Most people, have this thing that they're not musical, that they can't play. Of course you can. Everybody can play a drum. I've always said that. It doesn't mean we can all be master drummers. That's not what we want to be. We just want to enjoy ourselves, be happy, relax, and have some fun playing drums and heal. So remember that, guys. And like I said, just a quick reminder again to subscribe. And I'll be back with you shortly with another video. And incidentally, comments are always welcome. Let me know in the comments what you think of the video. Let me know in the comments what you'd like me to talk about, or what you'd like me to demonstrate on my drum or any other percussion instruments, wherever. Let me know what you want. And let's start a rhythmical journey together. Have some fun on the way. So till the next time, guys, take care. Mind yourselves. God bless, and stay in rhythm. Thank you.